It's January 27th, 2026, and this is the 300th episode of Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here yet again. I'm Brian Troxel, and this milestone is very appropriate for me because most days I wake up, I feel like I'm 300 years old. This week, President Trump. You know what? Trump did what Trump always does this week. His facts were foggy, his comments were crass, his tan was tangerine, all the same stuff. You're tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Let's just move on to something else, okay? Okay. A wide-ranging winter weather system cut its way through the U.S. over the weekend. From New Mexico to New York, flights were canceled, schools were closed, stores ran out of alcohol. The post office warned Americans that due to the inclement weather, delivery service could be delayed for the rest of the year. Oh, those government workers. In Los Angeles, during her speech at a Make Heaven Crowded tour stop, yeah, it's a real thing. Distraught, grieving widow Erica Kirk said that anti-ICE protests are, quote, demonic, and the only protection from them is to buy her Charlie Kirk commemorative crucifix, only $49.99 at the kirkcrap.com website or at participating Sheetz convenience store locations across the Middle West. Sheetz, what's filling your tank? I don't know if that's their real slogan or just something Babs made up. I didn't do any research for this. Speaking of California Governor and exaggerator of his high school baseball accomplishments, Gavin Newsom. You know, I forgot that he's actually still the governor of California, considering he never does anything. Anyway, Newsom believes TikTok's new ownership is kowtowing to the Trump administration. He feels the videos getting views are decidedly more rightist, and is the main reason why his TikTok dance, the Gavin, hasn't gone viral. On Friday, it was announced the FBI will be opening an investigation into the death of Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay. What they should be investigating is the mysterious collapse of the Colts season after a strong 7-1 start. That Patriots-Broncos game was painful to watch. Somebody should investigate that shit. Staying with investigations. 2 decades after gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson committed suicide in his kitchen in Woody Creek, Colorado, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation has conducted an extensive examination into his death. Their findings? Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson committed suicide in his kitchen in Woody Creek, Colorado. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation. We always solve the case. Yeah, we usually solve the case. As part of our 25th anniversary celebration, we'll be releasing a live sketch from some part of our history every Thursday. Except for last Thursday. So already, that's a lie. See, we're just like the regular media. Cutting and pasting from last week's teleprompter, this week we'll be sharing a sketch called Pet Sounds from our 2023 show, The Dream Cafe Experience. It features Maria Liatis as a turtle and Tim Millard as a dog who licks himself. So, just a normal week for Tim. Make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and ding-a-ling that notification bell so you don't miss out on all our fun stuff. We also have a Patreon if you're into that kind of thing, and you should be, because that's the kind of thing people like you are into. Thus ends our gratuitous plug segment. A herd of bison have returned to the Illinois prairie after an absence of 200 years. That's right, kids. And according to the Illinois Bison Society, the IBS, not to be confused with irritable bowel syndrome, which has nothing to do with bison, the first thing the bison did upon returning was to check their mail, which wasn't there because government workers. The time has come to end this ruse. Kick off your shoes because it's
cocaine news.
A Connecticut snowplow driver confessed to snorting 3 bumps of cocaine before crashing his plow through a residential garage, all on his first day on the job.
Number 1 rule of road work, don't do blow when you're plowing the snow. Also, good on Connecticut for paying their snowplow drivers enough to afford buying cocaine.
A 28-year-old Florida man, arrested for throwing ketchup packets at passengers in a bus station, was also charged with cocaine possession.
Ketchup and Coke is what singer Jelly Roll used to bring to Super Bowl parties.
Across the pond, a cockle harvester in North Wales was sentenced to 16 years for leading a gang of Welsh cocaine dealers, including his own 18-year-old son.
This confirms what they say about cockle harvesters. To them, blood is not thicker than blow.
Meanwhile, a different Welshman was arrested for selling cocaine in order to fund his gambling addiction.
My friend, it's always a mistake to bet on white.
And there you have it. You paid your dues and we have your views. If the sample turns blues, that's cocaine news. How about that? In a post on X, horror author Stephen King, who played the graveside minister in 1989's Pet Sematary, compared the Immigration and Customs Enforcement to Nazi Germany's state police, the Gestapo. Many found King's comparison unfair, citing the fact that the Gestapo never hid their faces when murdering innocent people. On the other hand, the Gestapo never got doxxed on the internet either. 1989's Pet Sematary co-starred actress Denise Crosby, fresh from her role as Tasha Yar on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Yar was killed, spoilers for a 40-year-old TV show, at the end of Season 1 in the episode Skin of Evil, but returned in the Season 3 episode Yesterday's Enterprise, where Yar was still alive in an alternate timeline. Now, many criticized Yar's death in Skin of Evil for being cliché. However, alternate Yar's death in Yesterday's Enterprise was praised for being heroic and a worthy exit for the character. I happen to agree. And that concludes this week's Troxel's Take. Engage! Yeah, it's a low-stakes take. Are you still watching these new Star Trek shows? Comment down below and tell us, for the love of God, why? They're awful. Costco is trying something new at its store checkouts, and CEO Ron Vakris said it's working surprisingly well. It's a new concept for Costco called Friendly Cashiers. Huh! So that's why they fired me. Who needs them? That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel, and for the 300th time, say hi to your mom for me.
In Hawaii, you had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in.